guys, I don't have a whole lot going on today, but good morning. I think maybe this afternoon my brother-in-law might need me to help him install that countertop, but I don't think I'm going to be able to film that. It's just they're not really the, I don't know, the camera type. You know, it's kind of a weird thing to film people that probably really don't want to be filmed, but so I kind of don't, you know, I don't include them in the videos because I don't think they would want to be. But anyway, so I'll probably do that later this afternoon. But in the meantime, I thought maybe I would show you guys a little bit about what my wife does to make some money. You kind of know what I do to make money and things like that. Might show you a little bit about her side of things, and her side of things actually bring in the majority of the money that we make. So it's not, you know, it's not a substandard thing. If anything, you know, if anything, she brings in, you know, quite a bit more than I do. But we kind of work together on most things. So so I'll just go through a little bit of that. Okay, so first and foremost, my wife has a website where she does blogs and reviews, and she'll get paid for those reviews. And a lot of times there'll be, you know, an ad campaign or something like that, and she'll get, you know, quite a substantial payment for things like that. You know, $500–600 per post or whatever. Those only come usually like maybe once a month, so it's not, you know, it's not a big, you know, endeavor of like making, you know, $500 a day or anything like that. But here's her website, homemakingheather.com, and she just kind of, I'll just kind of scroll through this a little bit and kind of show you guys some of the pictures she does, product pictures and things. Speaking of product pictures, just like that one's a good example. I don't know if the video camera will pick it up very well, but the cookie there is completely crystal clear, and then the Augie there in the background is blurred, and that's a byproduct of using a low number aperture on your camera settings, and then also the lens that we use most of the time, or that she uses. And I'll go ahead and go over kind of the cameras that we have here. This one right here, the first one, is an older one, and she's had it for a long time. I bought this for her 5 or 6 years ago, and when I bought it, it was like $750. It's a D5000 Nikon, and it's served its purpose very well for, you know, 5 or 6 years, but it is only 12 megapixel, and it does have its limitations, and it's really starting to show its age. So and it just has the standard kit lens on there. I think it's a 18 to 55 millimeter zoom lens. So that lens we do use some, and then she just got a new lens. Here's the new camera that we decided to buy, and it's the D7100. And it was quite expensive, but it's 24 megapixel and does 1080p video and all that nice stuff. A lot of features and functions on that dude. And then this lens, I think she gave something like $350 for this lens used. It's a good lens though. This lens is what is what causes that background blur effect, and then you use a low aperture like f1.8 or whatever. I won't go too much into that because I don't think you guys are probably that much into photography, but I do know quite a bit about, you know, apertures and shutter speeds and all that kind of jazz. So that's kind of my role. Her role is kind of the creative side, and where she struggles a little bit with the technical details of a camera, to where I don't really get too creative with stuff, but I do know all the technical specifications and how to work you know, a high quality camera like this. You know, I'll pretty much do all the settings and then hand her the camera, and she'll do the artistic part. So anyway, so there's the other side of how we make money. So just to kind of give you an example, this camera is like $1,200 new. This lens, I don't know how much it is new, but it was $350 used. This camera that came with the lens was $750 new. So, you know, there's what? Let's see, $1,500. It's like $2,300 worth of cameras there. And that's nothing. A lot of people have several of these lenses, and some of these lenses are like $1,500 just for the lens. But we don't have any of those yet. We're working on maybe getting some more lenses, but that's quite, even $300 for one single lens like this one is quite a thing. It's, you know, we can't just go out and do that all the time. We have to save and wait. But anyway, so that's pretty much what my wife does to make money, and like I said, that's the majority of the income that we have. I do bring in some from YouTube, and then I bring in some from, you know, doing rent houses, and then some from building computers, which also I just sold another computer, so I'll be doing another build. I've already ordered the parts and they're being shipped. They should be here Thursday, so this weekend I'll be doing another build over on my Extreme PC channel. And also probably will be doing a giveaway over there in case any of you are interested. I have a couple of free gifts here. Rainbow Six Siege and I believe Hitman, the new Hitman. Yeah. So I have those two games that I'll give one of them away. I don't know how many of you, you know, play games on computer, but some of you may. So start looking for the details over on Extreme PC channel. Probably the beginning of next week, probably Monday. So I'll go ahead and end this here. I just thought it would be, you know, kind of neat for you guys to get a little more in-depth knowledge on kind of what we do or whatever. You know, it's one of those things where YouTube people try to be kind of private sometimes, where I feel like if I'm watching them all the time, I want, you know, maybe I don't deserve or have the right to know everything about them, but you still kind of are curious, and you still want to know, like, all the details of a person's life, if they're willing to put it out there in the first place. So, and I am. I know you guys can ask any questions you want. You know, I'll answer anything. I don't care. Some people care what other people think. I really don't. If one of you guys has an idea, you guys know that from past experience that okay, maybe it'll be better if I'm just talking to look at the camera. Anyway, what I was saying was, you guys know from past experience that if you have an idea or a suggestion, that a lot of times I'll use that. So I do value everyone's opinion. I just don't care about their negative opinion. You know, I don't care at all, not one bit. You know, somebody could call me a fat retard and tell me to kill myself, and what do I care what somebody in freaking Boise, Idaho, sitting naked behind their computer, like, I don't care what those people, who cares? Bigger YouTubers seem to get upset when people tell them to kill themselves or send threatening messages or something. That stuff doesn't bother me. I've never been scared of anyone. I don't understand, you know. I guess not everyone, you know, likes to fight or cause problems or whatever, but I mean, if somebody were to come to my, like, for example, Boogie2988, I watch him sometimes. He's a larger YouTuber, no pun intended. He is a big, large guy. But he had somebody come, like a subscriber, just come to his house, and he seemed to get really upset and scared of that. And I'm like, if somebody just come to my house, I'll just tell them to leave, and if they come back, I'll just knock them out. Or I'll shoot them. I mean, you know, we still have, like, castle laws and stuff here in Missouri, and you can, you know, if somebody's posing a threat on your property, you can still shoot them. So I don't understand being afraid of someone coming to your house. Go ahead. Come on over. If I don't want you here, you ain't going to stay long. I'll tell you that. You'll either get knocked out or shot. I mean, you know, so I don't understand all the... I guess they're kind of sissies or whatever, and kind of more Hollywood than man. I don't know, but... if that's the way they want to be, they can be that way. I just don't understand people being scared of someone that's 1,500 miles away that's just sending messages. That doesn't do anything. So, anyway, I'll go ahead and stop that here and come back a little later. Alright guys, well, I'm going to go ahead and end today's vlog. Pretty much nothing happened today. But, anyway, so I went into the kitchen earlier to get a drink, and my wife said something about something that my daughter was watching. My daughter is really obsessed with Japanese stuff and anime things and all those, you know, Asian people that dress up all weird like anime cartoon characters. She's obsessed with all that stuff, and really I hate it. I hate all of it, but she can be who she wants to be, I guess. And I try not to get on her case too much about that, but sometimes I do. Because I just, I hate it so much, but anyway, so my wife said something about Lennon, my son, saying something about the girl that she was watching was actually a boy, and my wife went over and saw. Sure enough, it was a guy dressed up as a female anime person, a cross-dresser, and I don't mind telling you, I don't like all that stuff. It could just be my backwards, you know, raising, or my backwards ideas, or where I live, or call it what it is. I don't like all that, you know, cross-dressing and gender change, and I mean, I really don't agree with people being gay in the first place. I don't like all that stuff, and I'd rather it just stay away from me and my family. My wife, on the other hand, openly supports people being gay and gay people and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of a point of friction sometimes, but so my wife thought it was kind of funny. Well, I didn't think it was funny, and I told my daughter that she is no longer allowed to watch that person at all. I don't want her, you know, I'm sure there'll be some backlash over it because of people's ideas nowadays. It doesn't seem like anything bothers people. You know, have as many piercings as you want, have as many tattoos all over your face as you want, and everyone's just supposed to accept it. Well, I don't. You know, I, I think it's so stupid, all that stuff. But, you know, I'm not going to get on somebody's case for doing it unless they try to push themselves into my view, into my space. If I go to the store and see two gay guys making out in Walmart, I'm probably not going to say anything. I'm going to vomit in my mouth, but I'm probably not going to say anything. But if a gay guy comes to my door every single day at 10 o'clock in the morning and knocks on the door in like pink shorty shorts or something, then I'm going to have a problem with it. But I told her she wasn't allowed to watch that anymore. And she can watch anime stuff and all her Japanese cartoons and stuff like that, but I don't want her watching some cross-dresser. I really don't. And my wife told her, like, oh, well, I guess you're not allowed to watch it, or what, in a tone that, you know, kind of portrayed that she didn't think it was bad, but that I thought it was bad, you know, kind of putting it on me, which is fine. I don't care. I'll be the bad guy. I really don't care. It doesn't hurt my feelings a bit. And then, you know, my daughter kind of started getting a little bit of attitude about it, and I said, look, you know, you don't have to like it, but bottom line is, if I see you watching it again, against what I just said, even if your mom says it's okay, I'm saying it's not. And if I see that you're watching it again, either one, I'll change the Wi-Fi password and you won't be allowed to get online at all, or number two, I will take your iPad outside and smash it. So, needless to say, I don't think she's going to be watching that person anymore. I don't know, I just thought I would share that with you guys. And, you know, I'm not one to be afraid of having an unpopular opinion. I really don't care. You know, I think how I think, and all of you may think how you think, and that's the bottom line, you know. I don't have to agree with someone to be their friend. You know, if I'm not into, you know, going to biker bars or anything, but I could be friends with a biker. Let's just not talk about biker stuff. Let's find other neutral ground that we can both agree on and go from there. But that's just kind of my thought of the day on all that kind of stuff. People have the right to be gay if they want to, but I have the right to think it's disgusting and to do my best to keep it away from my family. Even if part of my family thinks that it's completely okay. Not only okay, but I don't want to say encouraged, but, you know, to my wife, it's just completely, 100% totally fine. Not a thing in the world wrong with it. Not even one negative thing about it. But I can't see one positive thing. So I'm sure that'll open up a few lines of discussion. Feel free to leave your comments, good or bad. Won't bother me a bit. So that's it for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.